What's going on, social media world? Hey, man, I decided to jump on. For those that don't know me, I am TonyClopton.com or the Tony Clopton Show. You can reach out to me on YouTube, Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, all of those wonderful platforms that y'all get to see my handsome face. So look, today I'm off from work, and man, I've been like kind of really get a good understanding of what Juneteenth was all about. And I know for certain that there's some other people out there do not know the meaning for this holiday. And I got some mixed emotions about it, man, because it's like, who is it really benefiting, to know the information? And I think this is a great part of history. And I think everybody needs to know the meaning for whatever you're celebrating. And I'm telling y'all, I'm kind of torn, but I want to allow this one video. I thought it was a pretty good documentary about how it came about, how it actually became a holiday, and what does it really mean. So y'all give me a minute to share this video, and I hope you guys get an understanding. We'll come back and we'll talk about it. Well, from my perspective, and if anybody want to chime in, feel free. Just kind of like off today, and I just wanted to share this, man, because I was like, wow, how many other people don't know the meaning of Juneteenth? Check this out.
The story of Juneteenth starts on June 19, 1865, 2.5 years after the Emancipation Act ended slavery in Confederate states. Major General Gordon Granger and Union soldiers delivered the news that slavery had ended to 250,000 people who were still enslaved in Texas. Black Americans celebrated. Freedom brought huge progress in the years after the war. Literacy rates jumped 70% in the subsequent 40 years, and 22 Black Americans were elected to federal government. But when Reconstruction ended in 1877, attempts to build communities were met with violent attempts to restore the power imbalance of the pre-civil rights years. Throughout the 1900s, Juneteenth celebrations continued, highlighting advancements within the family and community and honoring ancestors. In 2016, Opal Lee, an activist in Fort Worth, Texas, set out to make Juneteenth an official holiday. By walking from her home in Texas to Washington, D.C., she reached Washington by walking 2.5 miles a day, representing the number of years it took for news of emancipation to reach Texas. In 2021, Lee's campaign was successful. President Biden signed legislation making Juneteenth a federal holiday. Today, Juneteenth is an opportunity to celebrate Black Americans' contribution to American culture and honor the continuing quest for freedom, justice, and equality.
So I hope this was an eye-opening experience about how Juneteenth came about. I mean, I think as you look over all the other holidays that they've passed, like July the 14th, we've been celebrating that for years. Independence Day, we talk about Cinco de Mayo. Man, all of these holidays become what they call an issue where you can actually capitalize off of the thought of you celebrating something great. Now, for some reason, I don't know why I don't feel so festive during this Juneteenth, maybe because it has not gotten the publicity that other holidays have gotten. I think it's probably a stain for a lot of people. A lot of people don't want to even acknowledge that slavery was here. We are the descendants. I am the descendants of slavery. At some point, if you go back, my great grandfather or somebody back then was a part of that, and it still exists today. It may be in another form. They may not have shackles on your feet. They may not have a rope around your neck. Let's be honest, that's what happened back then. And a lot of people do not want to acknowledge, in my mind, they don't want to acknowledge that this did happen. And for this to be considered a holiday, it has not gotten the recognition. It's going to not be up to them to share the story, but for us to be able to share the story. Juneteenth was about slavery, the freedom of slavery, and how, well, I guess the guy was a general, how he was the one that actually delivered the news of some information that was already past 2 years. 2 years, Texas got free slavery, free labor. People were free and didn't know it. So, like I say, I'm kind of torn about Juneteenth as I get to get a good understanding about what the meaning was behind it. Man, I think that this is something big that needs to be told to our kids, to our kids, and hopefully this holiday, since it was only passed a couple of years ago, needs to be acknowledged about what happened and not to repeat it, because they always say history has a crazy way of repeating itself. So in the clip, it talked about how once slavery was ended, how the economy spiked, how our contributions gave the world a new perspective, new ideas, better living conditions for our people and other people. So I think that we definitely need to look at this moment and realize that it was a bad thing, but how do we correct it going forward? As a people, as Black America, we need to come together collectively, network, and build that strong economy, learning from other cultures, like Hispanics, Jews, all of our other nationalities. They come together and build. And I think we have to do the same. Don't rely on anybody else to give you anything. I think that, technology age is here. A lot of the information cannot be hidden. I listened to a professor, I believe he was a professor, and he talked about a Black America has a key to an unlocked door. It's meaning that all we have to do is just walk through it. The information is there. We have to apply it. We have to build on it. We have to understand how other nationalities grow and how we can grow as well. We cannot grow as individuals. We have to grow as a community, as a network, as a bond. We grow together. And that's one thing that I know that has been used against Black Americans, is that we don't come together. We don't work together. And I think now is the time that we have to correct it. Man, I hope this video added some value, add some understanding about what Juneteenth is all about. This is your guy, Tony Clopton, signing off.